Hello friends, this is Rohit. Welcome to this video. In this video, I will show you a simple example to show you exception handling in C++. So the output of program will explain the flow of execution of try and catch blocks. Okay, so let's start. So first of all, I will declare one variable with value -1. Then we will print some statement here. The statement before try block. Okay, then we will create one try block. Now within this try block we will try to throw certain exception. Now here as well we will print one statement inside try block. Okay, so these statements will help us to understand how program flow is going on. Okay, so now here we will create one condition with if statement. So if the value of x is less than 0, what is our condition? If the value of x is less than 0, then we will throw the exception. So just we will throw the value of x itself. Okay, or you can throw any other value if you want, and we will print some statement here to understand whether that statements will be executed or not after executing throw statement. So here I will write after throw statement, after throw statement. Okay, now as we have written this try block, it will be followed by one catch block. So I will create one catch block here, and we will pass value of integer type. Okay, let's say I variable we will write there, and here we will write some message exception caught, exception caught. Okay, and after this try catch block we will write one statement here after catch block, after catch block. Okay, /n. So this is what code we have written. Okay, x value we have initialized as a -1. This statement will be outside of try block, so it will be executed. Okay, after initialization. Then in a try block, first of all these statements will be executed inside try block. Then this condition will be tested. If it is true, then we will come inside of if block, and this exception will be raised here, throw x. So here exception will be raised. Okay, and that program control will come outside of try block, and it will find out the appropriate catch block for catching the thrown exception. So here we have declared one catch block. So this catch block having ability to catch the integer type of exception, and we are throwing integer type of exception. That's why it will get match, and program control will enter into the catch block, and here exception will be handled actually. Okay, so here exception will be thrown, here exception will be caught, and here exception will be handled. Okay, let's try to execute this code now. What happened? Now I will build this code using Control B. Here you can see building started. Now we got the output, the statement before try block. Now see here. Okay, this statement is first of all printed, the statement before try block. Now we have entered within try block. Now inside try block this statement is printed. Now here we have specified condition x is less than 0. So current value of x is -1. So this condition is true now. So we have entered within if block and exception is thrown here. So what happened? Because of this thrown keyword, the control will immediately come out of try block. So this statement after throw statement will not be executed. So that's why we can't see this output in this statement in the output. Okay, so control will come outside of try block because of this throw statement, and it will search appropriate catch block. So as we are throwing integer type of exception, so it will caught here in this catch block, because here we are specifying integer I variable. Okay, so it will enter within this catch block and it will display exception caught, and after catching this exception, it will come out of catch block as well, and it will continue the next statement's execution. So next statement we have after catch block. So here you can see after catch block like this. Okay, one more thing here I will tell you, if you are throwing integer type of exception and there is no catch block available for catching integer type of exception, then what will happen? Then unexpected function will be called and your program will terminate unexpectedly, abnormally. Okay, so for example, I will change this to, let's say, character type. Okay, so right now there is no exception, there is no catch block for catching the integer type of exception. So let's try to compile this. What happened? We will try to see. See, this application has requested runtime to terminate it in the unusual way, abnormal way. Okay, and you can see here demo.exe has stopped working. So whenever there is unavailability of appropriate catch block, then program basically calls unexpected function, and unexpected function calls the abort function, due to which program gets terminated. Okay, so there must be appropriate catch block for catching the thrown exception. So if you are throwing here integer kind of exception, so there must be catch block with integer variable. So here I will declare I. Okay, and I can print that I value here as well. Okay, so X value will be available within I and it will be printed here. Okay, so I will save it and again I will build it. Here you can see exception caught and -1 is the value of I. Okay, so like this you can understand the flow of program in case of try and catch statements. Okay, so friends, if you find this video useful, please like and share. I will meet you in another video. Thank you for watching.